All right, everybody. CIG is Gatac Railen. Your whatever right now, whatever you want to say. Now, we finally got the stars behind the ships for the Gatac Railen. Pretty excited for this thing, not gonna lie. But not really excited for it from a I want the ship perspective. We've just always known about the triangle cargo thing, and that they were going to create some solution for it because it wasn't going to be triangular anymore. So I'm just kind of excited to see what they did with it. That's really it. Outside of that, I don't really know how much I care. It's a 600-ish cargo ship, and there really isn't too much to do with that outside of cargo missions, and that's not really my thing. So let's check this out. CIG says nothing about Squadron 42 and sells another spaceship. I can see the comments already. Here we go. It looks so small.
The Gatac Railen is an alien medium hauler from Gatac Industries and prioritizes speed of loading and unloading cargo by having it all on the exterior. The Railen is our first dedicated cargo hauler from an alien race, and this is an important moment in that a lot of our other alien ships are combat focused. Just like us, they also need an entire suite of ships to be able to fulfill what they do every day in their lives.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, listen, it looks exactly like the concept for the most part. Okay.
So one of the things that we really want...
I could kind of see the cargo on the back. We'll come back to this at 45 seconds, but I just want to take a quick peek at the...
Gatac Industries and prioritizing...
So the triangles just cover the cargo on the sides, and you just place it on the outside. It was the solution they came up with. Is this at 4K? It is. It doesn't look like it.
Is speed of loading and unloading cargo by having it all on the exterior. The Railen is our first dedicated cargo hauler from a NA.
That's lame. About the triangle thing, guys, if what you want to get out of Star Citizen is to just make things more complicated and annoying, I don't know, man. I don't know, like, what are we going for here? You know?
Alien race, and this is an important moment.
If you want this to have triangle cargo when everybody else has rectangular, then you're asking for overcomplicating something for the sake of overcomplicating it. You know what I mean?
Moment in that a lot of our other alien ships are combat focused. Just like us, they also need an entire suite of ships to be able to fulfill what they do every day in their lives.
I'm trying to scroll back to 45 seconds, but I can't find my mouse. My mouse is... there, found it.
So one of the things that we really wanted to push with our alien ships is just that distinction from kind of human manufacturing techniques and alien manufacturing techniques.
And the triangles are on the back. It looks like it covers it when it's not filled with cargo.
We kind of developed this idea that they had this really kind of advanced systems that would allow them to be able to almost kind of grow their ships in the shapes that they wanted. So things like the really big armored plates that are on the front of the ship. The idea was that these were naturally mined materials rather than having to kind of go in and extract these materials and then refine them and refine them and refine them.
I had to stop thinking like human and
organic materials, I guess?
Start thinking like Xian. How would an alien design shapes, movement, and technology?
Bro, I'm sorry. All these... that is such cope. All this stuff is so weird. Guys, it's literally all the same metal materials and things like that for the most part, but they just put squiggly lines on it and said it's alien. Like, come on. This was a little... that was a little ridiculous.
With the Xi'an specifically, they have a lot of control over
like,
how they can...
all of this looks like the rest of our ships for the most part. Like, come on.
Manipulate different structures.
But look, there's lines over here. Look, do you see the lines? It's very alien. This is the shit that makes it alien, the random-ass floating bits.
So with the Railen, it has this really distinct state change between its flight silhouette and its landed silhouette.
The original concept had triangular cargo containers themselves holding the cargo inside, but now during production we've changed that to use standardized cargo grids.
Oh shit, so the triangles are the actual maglocks.
That means you are not constrained by any of the mission types that you would have had before, having to manually load all these cargo units into custom cargo containers. Now you can just turn up to any location.
You're able to get the Railen looking the way that you wanted it in your concept art, but just not when there's cargo on it. I think that that's a really, really smart solution. Good on them for that.
It supports up to 32 SU containers, so you can just load them on easily, offload them easily.
Doesn't look like there's a tractor beam.
We have two sites.
Spoke too soon. Wait, where is it? Oh, shit. Look at where they are. On the back of the leg. Looks really well placed, too, where you can aim everywhere you want. Can you be running two at one time? That's the next thing CIG needs to get better at. Is it they have multiple tractor beams, but there's one seat and you can only run one at a time for some reason.
Two tractor turrets that sit on the bottom wings. Two rear bridge seats each control one of these turrets and can use them to add and remove cargo from the cargo grid as they like. The turrets move with the wings. You have an okay view when the wings are deployed, so when you're flying around in space, but when your wings are in the landed position, you have a really, really good view over the cargo grids.
I like it.
And for
yeah, I mean, look at pulling out of like a hangar and stuff too seems a lot easier. Nice. Like, well done.
Those who really appreciated the original aesthetic of those triangular cargo pods.
Not gonna lie, I did not think I was gonna come here wanting this ship, but the functionality is making me want it more than the look, that's for sure.
We've retained the signature triangular elements of that as a deployable armored shield over the cargo beds.
Oh, so then you can deploy
the shields
it as
themselves
well.
are a physical barrier that stop projectiles from hitting the cargo themselves. Obviously, having it deployed makes the cargo very hard to take off, but offers that protection.
That's kind of
This
cool.
essentially makes a sort of hybrid interior-exterior cargo ship. You get the benefits of both systems. You have the ease of loading of exterior cargo, as well as the protection of interior cargo. And then as a further benefit for those of you like counting boxes, we also managed to increase the cargo capacity from 320 to 640 with these changes as well.
Hell yeah. Nice.
On the Railen, you can enter the ship one of two ways.
They've told us that already.
So if the ship is landed, you enter through a lift at the very bottom. And if you are in flight or you're in
That lift is kind of sick.
space, you have a docking collar on the top rear.
The elevator shaft is a really nice, like, central part of the whole ship. It's the first
Like
thing
the
you see as
Sulin,
you
right?
walk in, and it leads you through every floor.
Yeah, this is very Sulin
You
on
can
the
see all the way
interior.
up.
A lot of our human ships tend to be quite flat, quite long, whereas what we've tried to develop is this idea that the aliens prefer a little bit more kind of verticality to their ship. The middle floor of the ship is all habitation.
The habs are very strange when you first walk in. You kind of have a big bank of these pods that feel quite strange and different to the kind of habitations you might be used to in a typical human ship.
Where's storage?
But at the same time, it's incredibly cozy.
Maybe
in there.
here?
You kind of have to crawl into the space. You have
Oh, fuck me. 47-minute animation to get in that bed and out of it. All right, I'm not getting the ship.
all this really nice stonework that covers the bed. We carry on this same sort of motif
Connie
of these
animations.
ribbons that sort of run around every part of the ship, which you can imagine is kind of carrying the energy and the power from the engineering
cool.
and powering all these rooms.
Wow, what the hell is this? Bruh, whatever this room is, very cool.
We tried to make it feel quite relaxing, quite calm. So they brought in these waterfalls that run down the sides of the walls in the mess area. On one side, you've got the bathrooms, and on the opposite side, you've got the food preparation area. As this is an alien ship, it caters to both the Xi'an and the humans. So for the humans, you've got a chow line where you're able to get your food and your drink.
Alongside the very specialist Xi'an food area.
Are these the ones that eat poop?
These are the ones that eat poop, or are these the ones that poop squares? I can't remember. These are the turtles, but they behave like birds.
And then off to either side, we have
I don't
a
wanna
small
know.
room that has a small bench and like a viewing out over the front of the ship. We've got the 2 escape pods on either side and also the turret access. Finally, if you take the elevator up to the top floor, it takes you straight into
See the
engineering.
cockpit.
The engineering
This
is
is
really kind of
engineering.
imposing, and it just feels very important. You can tell that there's like a lot of power running through this room. Your different component bays all around the room facing you, and they all open up with like the impressive Xi'an tech grav plating all moving out of the way. The alien design comes in with quite how wide these component bays are. Like there's a lot of room that accommodates more space needed to access them than just a slim little engineer who's making his way in. You also
How big are the Xi'an? Are they big?
have these beams that are coming across the ceiling, and you can tell that there's power thrumming through like these ribbons that are coming from each of the component bays. It's a really, really interesting room, and it was a lot of fun to work on.
They're taller.
As you go
Okay.
towards the front of the ship, you're into the bridge area.
They picked the right planet to be over too. That's pretty.
Probably has one of the best views out of a lot of ships that we've done.
There is 4 seats
God
floating
damn.
on air. So that feels like it's totally alien uncanny thing. When you enter the seat, they're rotating with a fancy flying animation.
What do you need 4 seats for?
I hope that they feel really wow effect, because it's pretty
It's a fucking
different
cargo
than
ship.
the usual ships we have.
No, the turrets are manned. Well, are there top turrets maybe?
The cargo capacity of the ship lends itself to the vast majority of cargo missions, so it's great for cargo players. And it's not short in the firepower category either. It has
Was that 4 size 3s or 4 size 4s? Pilot controlled.
great turrets and pilot controlled weapons as well as missiles.
I think whole the team did their job so fantastic.
It looks cool, sharp, aggressive.
Very happy with it. I really like the overall aesthetic on the interior, and the design is an interesting way to use this sort of tall 3-story ship in still actually quite a small space.
I think this was well done.
This ship is for someone that wants to go out with their friends, they don't mind taking on a bit of danger, and they want to look a little bit different, a little bit cool doing it.
It's like doing a Hull series, but more compact, right? This is the Hull B, but compact, is how I look at it. Because the Hull B carries about this much as well, right? Hull B's dead? I wouldn't say the Hull B is dead, right? If you're going based off visuals, I prefer the Hull B visual over this. Yeah, but the extra 100 cargo, does that really make a difference for you guys? It might make a difference for people who haul cargo missions, but I don't know, man. If I'm choosing visually, I'm still choosing the Hull B. It looks like a cargo ship. I want to feel like I don't know, I got some grease on my shirt working on that ship, and this feels like, oh my god, don't get fingerprints on it. Look cooler in Alpha 4.8.2. How much do you think it's going to be? Just to be clear, am I correct? The original price was $225 or $250. How much is the Hull B post-launch? Hull B's $550, or is that your guess? I can't remember how much it was. Hull B is only $280 post-launch, $260 post-launch. Only, I'm saying. Holy fuck. Yeah, add 120 on that. Call it 400. That's probably what this will be. It's got more cargo plus alien, $400. Alien tax. That's probably what it'll be. Is there anything else at the end of this? No, just their little end screen. Okay. Hey, that was a more functional ship than I was expecting. I'm all about function. I want the ship to feel like you can live in it. The alien ships don't really work like that for me because they're so alien, but this one also feels like it could from that standpoint, and it looks like it's very functional in terms of cargo because it's a more condensed space where you're stacking them on top of each other instead of long ways. That's a lot more motion that you have to make when moving the cargo, where these is very limited in the motion that you have to make. So for me, that's huge. It's like the whole C where you stack 3 high. This does as well, which is a very big deal in terms of that. And it seems to have some firepower as well. So this could be like, a ship that you also go and do bunkers with, a ship that you also do some ship combat with, potentially, with the right weapons. We'll just have to see how maneuverable it is. Alien ships tend to be more maneuverable. So this thing might be a meta of some kind. We'll see. Might be kind of interesting, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about it. Here, I'll link the video to you guys in Twitch chat if you haven't seen it for yourself yet. And yeah. Kind of want one, but it really depends on that store credit price because I'm not melting too much for something that I probably won't use. Because again, I have to always remind myself about these cargo ships. I really only like mining and salvaging and like the sandbox element of it. I'm not big on the cargo hauling missions. I hate loading and unloading, especially when it's like not mine and it's someone else's. So until there's a day where we fix mining and salvaging is relevant in the crafting world, I don't see a need for a ship with over 500 cargo. I just don't. I love the hull B, but I don't use it. I love the whole C, but I don't use it, right? I love the ironclad, but I don't use it. I love the Hermes, but I don't use it because we're moving like one SCU. That's it. So, yeah, we'll see how it is in game, and we'll go from there. But we need the game to improve for cargo ships to be meaningful for me. Cargo haulers who are doing your cargo hauling missions, bro, you pick whatever you want. I don't care. But for me, it just, they don't hit the way they used to, because they used to hit in my imagination, and now that the game exists, and it doesn't exist in the way that I would have hoped it would, cargo ships just don't excite me as much as they used to. But yeah, beautiful though. Beautiful.